Hello, welcome back. We are going to get started in a tall seat today. So make your way to the top of your mat. I've got my hips propped up on a little pillow. One of these days I will finally buy a meditation cushion, but any small pillow will work. And then sit really tall here. Feel the shoulder blades slide down the back body. You can close your eyelids down or keep them low. And drop into presence. Let a smooth breath come in and a smooth breath slide out. Feeling it, feeling the breath coming in and feeling the breath move out. Connecting to the sensations of breathing, closely pinning our awareness on the inhale, the space in between, the exhale, the space in between. We won't be here for very long. Another few breaths. Good. Take another big breath in. Empty it all out. Start to blink your eyes open. We're going to reach that left arm up and take a side body stretch to the right. Right hand can come down to the mat, maybe even coming all the way down onto the forearm. Maybe after we move through it a few times. Good, let's make our way back up. Right, left hand comes down, right arm reaches overhead. Nice side body stretch, feeling some tissues lengthen and some shorten, feeling them slide and glide past each other. Back through center, side bend to the right, center, side bend to the left. Let's do one more either side, to the right, to the left, just making it smooth, making it flow. Good, come on, back through center, reach both arms up. This time we're going to interlace our hands, palms facing up. Lift the heart, smile the collarbones forward. Now let's side bend again to the right. Come on, back through center, starting to feel the core have to work to help you sit tall here. To the left, center, right, center on the exhale, left, still working on my mirroring, center, good, and just release both arms down, make your way around to a table. Let's inhale, melt the mid-spine, gaze comes up. Exhale, pushing round through the back body. Inhale, drop, pull heart forward. Exhale, chin to chest. One more, lift the tail, lengthen. Exhale, round, puff up the upper back. Good, tuck your toes, make your way to downward facing dog. Take any movement that would feel good there. You can pedal the legs out, sway the hips side to side. Connecting with an intuitive sense of what our body wants, would like, how it wants to move. Let's inhale, lift our heels, bend our knees, step or float through top of the mat, half lift. We're going to hold this here. Reach your hands back in space. Really feel the tissues on the back body start to activate here. Lengthen through the spine from your tail to the crown of your head. Hug your shoulder blades down the back body. Maybe a slight bend in the legs helps us find our strength there, and breathe. Another breath in. Exhale, fold it forward, belly to thighs, hinge from your hips. Good, let's push through our feet, slowly uncurl, rise up to stand, reach the arms overhead, maybe a slight back bend, hips are right underneath you. And then fold forward, maybe keeping your arms out straight in front of you, slowing it down, adding more load as we fold forward. Good, half lift. You can reach both hands back in space for your half lifts today. Plant your hands, step left foot back, right foot back, and lower all the way down to the earth from your knees or your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift the head, lift the heart, squeeze the back body. Exhale, release. Feet are hip distance apart here. Inhale, lift it up, baby cobra, pubic bone grounds, head, heart, maybe hands. Lift and release. One more, lift it up, head, heart, hands. Maybe legs lift up this time as well. Lifting everything up and off the mat. Keep squeezing elbows in towards your side body. Breathe for 3. For 2, lengthen through the neck. Last one. Good. Lower it down. Make your way back to down dog. Good. Let's move through it at our regular pace this time. Option to move through those same variations. Experimenting with the position of our arms in our sun salutation. Let's lift our heels, bend our knees, step or float through top of the mat, half lift. Fold forward. Push through your feet, strong legs, pull you up to stand, maybe slight back bend. Fold it forward, breath out. Inhale, back body engages. Exhale, plant your hands, step right foot back, left foot back, lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, pull it through, up dog, maybe cobra. Exhale, core drags you back, downward facing dog. We're going to ripple forward to high plank. Shoulders over the wrists. Index finger and thumb and forearms pulling towards each other, activating the chest. Then smile the sternum forward. It's always a helpful reminder for me. Really lengthen your tail and think of pulling your pubic bone towards your low ribs. Let's breathe for 5. Steady for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Back to down dog. Really good. Next breath in, let's float our right leg up, and then we're just going to stack our right leg over our left for a 3-legged dog. Squeeze your heel in towards your seat and wrap that right hip up and open. See if you can keep hugging your left hip in. Try not to fall too far towards the left, but use your strength to keep squeezing in through center. And then really use that extra weight to press your left heel a little bit closer to the ground. See if you can lift through the pinky toe edge of that right foot a little bit further. Good. Let's breathe for another 3. For 2. See if you can lift a little bit higher. Good. And now right knee towards nose and just step that right foot through. High lunge. Anchor your tailbone down. Float your arms up. Lengthen through the side waist. Good. Just be with this breath in, this breath out. Palms come to touch. Let's start to lengthen on the breath in. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, left forearm or elbow wraps onto that outer right thigh. Find a twist. I love the morning sunlight coming through this window. We're strengthening and lengthening the muscles along the side body, along the back body. Really good for our back here, this twisting. Let's really shine those top ribs up towards the ceiling, breathing for 3. Lengthen on the inhale, twist on the exhale for 2. And 1, roll it back through center. Float both hands down to the mat, step right back, 3-legged dog. Option this time to come down onto your left forearm and get light through the right fingertips. Plug that left forearm into the mat. Keep lifting through the pinky toe, right glute working hard. Let's hold this for 3 breaths. You got this. In and out. 2 more. Listen up, we're gonna float that right foot down to the mat, maybe come right down onto both forearms, dolphin pose. Yeah, walk your toes in as close as you can to your elbows. We're not here for long. Push the earth away for 3, for 2, and 1. If you can, come right back up to down dog. Maybe tap your knees down to get there. Good, then we're gonna lift that right leg again. We're still on our right side. Exhale, step it through. Back to high lunge. Roll up, lift the heart. Maybe interlace the hands on the back body. Right thumb on top of left. Taking the spine and the hips into some much needed extension. Lift that fist off the low back. An opportunity to refresh our posture. Good, full in. Exhale, softly release. Good, take a full breath in. Exhale, start to shift your weight forward, diagonal lunge. So you're getting really light on the back foot. Then really keep squeezing the arms together. If that's too much for the bind, you can just hug both palms back along your side body. Maybe getting so light on those back toes that the back foot starts to lift up and off the earth for airplane pose. And then really noticing, connecting with what's touching down on the mat. Just that right foot, grounding us. Spread the weight, distribute the weight. Another breath in. Softly land that left foot at the back of the mat. Float your left hand down, side plank. Roll hips and heart open. Maybe drape that top arm towards the front of the room. Then lift your side waist. Lift your hips away from the mat. Feel steady in your strength here. Breathing for 5. Holding this for 4. Moving through challenge for 3, 2, and 1. Come on, back through high plank, really good. Maybe take a flow here. We'll meet in down dog. Good, and then get steady in your down dog. Strong legs, weight of your hips over your heels, head heavy, root down through the index and thumb knuckle. And take a breath in. Move a breath out. Come back to baseline. Okay, let's inhale, float that left leg up. Maybe stack left hip. Not maybe, let's all stack left hip over the right. Squeeze heel in towards seat for 3-legged dog. Good, it's a lot of work through that left glute med, those small muscles on our outer hip that we don't work too often. So keep kicking through that pinky toe edge to lift that foot, holding for another 3, for 2, and 1. Good, knee towards nose, step that left foot through. Push through your front foot, rise up, high lunge. Good, bring your palms to touch. Shift your weight forward, find that twist, second side. Right forearm or elbow wraps onto that outer left thigh. And then feel a lengthening. Roll the chest open. Breath in. Exhale to twist. For another 3. Good, be right here for 2. And 1, roll back through center. Float both hands down to the mat, step it right back, 3-legged dog. Sweep that left leg up and back, roll it open, maybe come onto your right forearm this time, get light through the left fingertips. Keep kicking through that left foot, plug right forearm into the mat. There's gonna be some challenge here, some resistance, meet it with the breath. Maybe lower that right leg down and come straight to dolphin. Left forearm lands. Walk your toes in. Hike your hips up. Breathe. For 3. Push your forearms into the mat for 2. Good. Back to down dog. Maybe climb back up onto your hands. Good. Back to down dog. Let's sweep that left leg up again. Exhale, knee towards nose, step left foot through, high lunge. Maybe interlacing the hands on the back body. This time left thumb wraps over the right thumb. Curl the heart up. Steady through the low back, through the pelvis. Reminding yourself that you're creating space. Refreshing your posture. I love that. Good, take another breath in. Exhale, start to shift your weight forward, maybe landing in diagonal lunge. You can stay here or finding airplane pose, option to keep the bind or release it. Good, then bring your awareness, your attention to something very specific, whether it's the breath or the sensation of that left foot pushing the mat away. Pick something. Stay with it. Last 3, 2, and 1. Slow as you can. Right foot lands. Diagonal lunge. Then we're going to float that right hand down, side plank, second side step, that left foot back. Maybe float the top arm overhead. Bottom knee can always be on the earth here. Wherever you're at, you're getting strong there, picking somewhere with just the right amount of challenge. Somewhere where you're not sure if you're going to be able to hold it until I tell us to come back around. Try to push through that unknown, breathing, being here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come on back through. High plank, maybe high plank to low. Inhale, pull it through, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, let's tap our shins down to the mat. Find a seat. You can just sit back on your heels. Hands can come to your thighs. Slow the breath down. See what you can notice, what's happening within. Good. Let's make our way back to down dog when you are ready. Okay, let's inhale, lift that right leg up, float it up. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee towards right tricep. Open that knee up. Inhale, lift it up, push the mat away. Exhale, knee towards left tricep. Good, and then just step it through. Warrior 2, back heel in and down. Whew. Float the arms out, front and back. See if you can notice where your front knee, where it's pressing out over. If it's pressing out over your big toe, see if you can press it out over your second or your third toe. It's just a guide. All of our bodies are different. Proportions are different. So take that as a guide. Next breath in, reverse your warrior, float that top arm up and over. Keep lunging into the front leg and really feel the tissues on the side body working to reach up and back. Some tissues lengthening, some tissues shortening. Feel for that. And sort of appreciate how strong your body is to hold you in this unusual position. Take another breath in. Exhale, rise back up through warrior 2. Find extended side angle. Drape that top arm overhead. Root down through the pinky toe edge of your back foot and notice the way that helps you lengthen through the side hip, the front of that left hip. Option to reach both arms towards the front of the room. A little bit of extra work through the core and through the lateral lines, through the side body. And then is there space for the breath to move any deeper? To fill the back rib cage here for 3, for 2, and 1. Listen up, we're gonna float the arms down, find a wide leg forward fold. Let that go. In your wide leg forward fold, notice your feet pressing down. Are you rolling onto the inner edge of your feet? See if you can root down through the outer edge of your feet and feel like a slight lifting through the arch of your feet. A little bit of work there. Might be some work on the outer ankle, outer calf, and then also work through all those little muscles in the feet. Good, tune into that, and then fold. Okay, we're gonna find a half lift here. So broaden the chest. Now let's bring our palms to touch, and we're gonna find a slight bend in our legs, and we're gonna move through some side lunges. So bend the right leg, you can roll into the inner edge of your left foot. Push back through center, bend into the left leg. Exhale, center. Inhale, right, spine is neutral. Center, left. Center, right. Side body strength here. Center, left. Center, right. One more here. Center, left to hold it. If you'd like, you can float your hands down to the earth as long as you're keeping most of the work in your legs. Right footprint can be grounded or roll onto the inner edge of that right foot. Good, then hips back towards your heel. Breathing for another 3, for 2, and 1. Start to walk back around to the top of your mat. Spin both feet towards the top of your mat. We're going to try to plant our left forearm and then step right back to a side plank on your forearm. So if that didn't work, just meet us there. Then plug that left forearm into the mat. Plug your arm bone back into the shoulder socket. Try to think about what that could mean. Might not mean much, but try to think about it. And then lift your hips away from the mat, breathing here for 5. For 4. Building side body strength today for 3, 2, and 1. Listen up, we're gonna roll back through center. Maybe try to step your right foot all the way up to the top of the mat with your forearms on the mat. Trying to come into lizard pose. You need a lot of mobility for that. So if it didn't work, come up onto your hands, step that right foot through lizard pose. So you can always have your back knee on the earth here. You can come down onto your forearms or bring your forearms down onto a block. You could roll onto the pinky toe edge, the knife edge of that front foot. And a few slower, easier breaths there. Good. Invite an opening. It's a nice stretch. Opens the inner and outer hips. Invite that in. Be here with your breath, whatever your shape looks like. It's about more than the shape, right? Take 3 more breaths. Good. Start to come back up onto your hands if you're on your forearms. And we're just going to step right back to a high plank. Maybe high plank to low. Chaturanga. Inhale, pull it through. Exhale, down dog. Good. 5 breaths wherever you are. It could be down dog, could be child's pose. Just finding a tall seat.
to make sure that at least we try to bring our attention, our focus, our presence back in between. We might get a little bit lost in the flow, maybe in side plank, right? Maybe we don't stay present there. We try, but if we don't, come back to baseline in between those transitions. Okay, let's float that left leg up. Lengthen, exhale, curl in, knee towards nose. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee towards left tricep. Inhale, push the earth away. Knee across the body towards right tricep, and then just step it through. Warrior two. Pull your shoulders back right over your hips. Lunge deeply here. And then land. Let's inhale, reverse our warrior. Drape top arm overhead. Hand comes to that back leg. Feels the strength of that back leg. Take a moment and feel grateful for how strong your legs are, for how truly strong your body is, how much it does for you each day, how it carries you through the days, through your yoga practice, the ups and the downs. Let's take a moment and be grateful for it here. Reach up, reach back. Good, slowly pull it back up through warrior two. Find extended side angle. You can drape one arm overhead or reach both arms long here. Good, lengthen tailbone to crown of the head. Keep pressing that left knee. Keep pressing that left knee over your second, over your third toe. Let's hold this for another 3. For 2, open the rib cage up. Last 1. Good, we're going to float the hands down, pivot on that left foot. Wide leg forward fold. Good, find a half lift. We're going to move through that same side lunge pattern. So palms can come to touch, slight bend in the legs. Start to bend into the left leg. Exhale, push back through center. To the right. Center. Left. See how deeply you can lunge. I want to find some sensation. Center. Right. Is it your strength or your mobility that limits you? Left. Center. Right. Good, let's do 2 more either side. Left. Center on the exhale. Right. Last one, left. Good, land this time on the right. Hands could float down. Send your hips back. Neutral spine, long through the neck. Good, another 3. For 2. And 1, push through that right foot, roll it back through center. We're going to try to plant right forearm, step it right back through. Oops. Side plank. Try the transition. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe next time it's easier or smoother. Just explore that. Good, now plug right forearm into the mat. Breath in. Breath out. Can you lift up and out of your shoulder anymore? Lift up and away from the mat anymore. 3. Meet this challenge with a smile. Makes it easier. For 2. And 1. Now, if you can, we're going to roll onto our forearms. Try to step our left foot up to the top of the mat. So you might come up onto your hands to get there. It's a bit of a reach for me. And then find your lizard pose, back knee, lift it, or you can land it. Forearms to a block or to the earth if you can. Good, and then be open to the second side being different from the first side. I was not expecting how different this side would be. Can't discover something new about our body, about our life, if we're not open to it. Stay open to the process, to the unveiling, breath by breath, moment by moment. Good. Start to make your way back up onto your hands and just step it right back. High plank. Option to flow or head straight to down dog. Good. Let's inhale, lift our heels, bend our knees, and just step through to a seat. And let's just make our way all the way down onto our back. Open your arms wide and let your knees drop side to side. Notice this transition. Easing into effortlessness. Good. Just hug your knees into your chest. Press your low back into the mat and rock side to side. Option for happy baby. We're going to move pretty quickly into our Shavasana, so you could always pause the video here and take any other seated or laying down postures that would feel nice. And if you're ready, we're going to slip into our Shavasana really quickly today. Again, dropping into presence on the mat. Effortlessness, ease, nothing to do here. And sensing sort of how important and nurturing both the movement and the stillness are for our practice.
feel your attention starting to wander, the mind is wandering. Pick one thing to focus in on. Could be the breath. We always have the breath with us, right? It could be the feeling, the sensation of your back body touching down on the mat, the weight of it. It could be sounds in your environment, appearing, disappearing. Pick something and focus in. Last few moments here. Good. Invite a full breath into center and empty it out. Get another one. Fill up. Maybe sigh it out. A nice release. Start to invite some movement back in, hands and feet. Maybe reach your arms overhead. Take a gentle twist. When you're ready, you can move through your side or straight through center. We will meet in a tall seat at the top of our mat. Palms could come to touch in front of your hearts. You can keep your eyelids low or closed. And then just pausing as we transition here. Bringing mindfulness to these transitions in our life. On the mat, building strength and mobility in the transitions, and mindfulness. And off the mat, as we move from one activity to the next, our life is really made up of these moments, these in-between moments. Let's practice bringing some awareness the moment we get behind the wheel in our car. The moment we go to open the fridge or to pick up our phone. Bringing mindfulness to those moments. Slowly, clearly, let's transition back into our day. You can bow forward and say thank you or namaste.